get comfortable because after London we'll have coach, and right after coach we'll have Robert.
Get comfortable in this room. Robert, you can try.
I just works from a schedule out. What's that? Air conditioning? They ain't put no AC in here?
Charlie, right now. I'm not going to deal with this. He's we have like 50 players in a row after that. That's your deal. Anyway, London, go ahead. You have to listen. You don't have to be here.
Can you go?
Yes, you can.
London, what do you see facing the Packers? Is it all Aaron Rodgers and what kind of challenges do they face?
They got a good offense. You know, obviously it starts with Rodgers. You know, he's been a perennial MVP contender each and every year, but he has very good skill position players. You know, across the board, the offensive line is very good. So, you know, they have an extremely good offense. You know, we just we'll see. Come Sunday, it's going to be tough because, again, he's a savvy quarterback. He knows where he wants to go with the football. I mean, he has a strong arm. He can make moves, make plays outside the pocket, buys times, and you know, he's very accurate.
Their offense being a lot of rhythm and timing and all that. How hard is it to disrupt their rhythm and timing?
You know, obviously, it's difficult because they have you know, they spread you out sometimes, but you know, you want to if you can get some four-man rushes and get some pressure, you know, try to disrupt that way. You know, just be disciplined in your coverages, whether it's man zone, whatever the case may be. Just trying to be as disciplined as possible.
How much of from Monday? How much of it was facing something new versus just not playing sound defense?
This is Wednesday. I'm thinking about the Packers right now.
Well, the game was only 2 days ago, London, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you Monday night, so I'm asking you now. How much? Okay, looking forward to this game. Are you guys just is the problem that you're not playing sound defense and you got to play better sound defense against the Packers, or the fact that you're playing a more traditional offense is just going to make all the difference in the world?
I think we'll be ready to play come Sunday.
How does what you do to prepare change when you know the way the league's trending right now with an offense like this? They may throw it 45 times and run it 12 or 13.
You know, you still have to go into each and every game, you know, knowing that you have to stop the run, you know, because if you're not stopping the run, then you create more problems for your defense where you have to defend the run and worry about the pass. And we all know how potent their passing offense is. So for us, you know, you still got to stop the run. You know, you don't want to get them going in the run game.
Whether it was that night,
probably last night. Yeah, you got 24 hours to celebrate or sulk. So, you know, in the NFL, you can't dwell too long or celebrate too long because you know the next game is up on you pretty fast. So, you know, with this being a little bit shorter week, you know you had one day, and then last night I had started looking at Green Bay film and you know start prepping for them.
London, what did you see in Perry on Monday night, and how far has he come along, not only physically but mentally, absorbing everything that he needs to process?
You know, Perry, this is his fourth year in his defense, third year as a starter. You know, he knows the defense very well. He knows what his responsibilities are in run game, passing game. You know, he's a really good blitzer, so, you know, utilizing all his skill sets. You know, I think Perry's continuing to get better each and every day in practice and, you know, each and every game.
Defending the pass at times last season. Do you feel like those have been addressed, or do you think those are remain a concern?
I think you know, obviously with the draft, you know, getting Amerson, getting Bakari, and then getting a healthy Rakpo back, those have been some of the things that we've done to address you know, our pass defense, you know, deficiencies and problems that we had last year. You know, it starts with pressure, and you know we know with Rack and Ryan, you know, what kind of pressure they can get on the quarterback, and then with some of the pieces that we'd add, even getting Biggers into the mix as well. So getting a healthy Brandon Merriweather will help, and Josh Wilson coming back, stronger and being able to do some things. So I think we got a lot of versatility in that back end now. Because this is professional football, man, and we prep and we prepare, each and every week. We're going to practice, we're going to meet hard, and football going to be played on Sunday.
Last week, how?
What are you trying to ask me? You're still trying to ask about last week's game, and I told you we're on to this week. So
How this week's going to be different from last week?
we're gonna each week we just prepare, to get ready for a ball game. You win some, you lose some, and then you learn from the tape. You watch and see where you need to make your adjustments, how you got better, what things you did good, what things you didn't do good, and that's how we do each and every week in practice. Each week in the meetings, we just as coaches they point out, hey, we need to do this better. As players, you got to be tough on yourself and really know what you need to do better. No.
Jermichael Finley, what kind of threat does he pose? What are some unique things about him that maybe some other tight ends you guys saw, even last year, whatever? What are some unique things about him?
He's Finley's almost like another receiver out there on the football field, and the way they utilize him, the different positions they put him in, whether it's lining him out at receiver, on the backside by himself, spreading him out wide, or flexing him inside, just some of the different things that they do with him. He's a tough matchup because of his size, unique size, athleticism, and speed.
London, last week's fast-paced Eagles offense, you won't find that same tempo with Green Bay. How does that change the way this defense works? What does it allow you to do at a slower tempo?
The Packers, they do have some tempo type stuff. So they do some no-huddle type deals and things like that. So, obviously it won't be the same as we faced the other night, but, you still have to be ready for some no-huddle stuff.
London, as a guy who's been around this league for as many years as you have, do you have a special appreciation for playing at Lambeau Field and the history of the game and what that means, or do you kind of block that out?
No, I do. I think it's one of the great atmospheres in all of football. For the guys who experience it the first time, I think they'll be very impressed. It's really like a college atmosphere, with just I can feel the tradition when you come into the place. I mean, there's, the whole city shuts down and everybody's at the Packers game. There's more people at the Packer game than they have in the city of Green Bay. So that just goes to show how unique a situation it is. I mean, it's an awesome atmosphere.
One of certain things like one snap. Green Bay. Is any part of you kind of look at this as the first chance to unveil your defense as it's going to be constructed all year?
I think it depends on how the game's going, how much playing time guys get. That's dictated by those types of deals. The nature of the game, stuff like that. We have different packages that we'd like to get in, but you just never know how the course of a game's going to go. All right, guys.